Okay, hopefully this should start streaming soon, you guys. Like always, I'm always unsure of when it's actually starting. But late good evening, you guys, or good morning, or good afternoon, wherever you are. It's day 7 of CRAFTMAS, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Now, I was going to do a video today, like I said, which I actually have filmed a video, which there's a sneak peek over there, so that will be getting edited and put up tomorrow. But I realized yesterday that I hadn't actually... hi, C-Fan! Thank you for joining me today. But I realized before I left for Europe, I talked about how I was going to show you guys how to do the interiors of my houses. And a lot of you guys actually ask me how I do my house interiors and how I go about doing them. So I thought it might actually be good for CRAFTMAS to show you guys how I do my house interiors and how I would go about making something really Christmassy. So that's what we're going to do today. And it's going good. I just got back from my work Christmas party, which is also why we're having a late live stream today. But I thought it might be interesting to try and do a live stream a little bit later in the evening, and maybe in the spirit of giving with CRAFTMAS, I can pick up a few of you guys who are in different time zones, so it's also good for you too. But yeah, so I thought we might get into doing some interiors. Now, all the houses in our Christmas village that we're going to be building are very small. Like last year, it's more just focusing on how to easily build a mass amount of houses with a lot of character. But last year I didn't show you guys how I did my interiors. I just did them and then showed you guys after. So I thought it might be good to go through kind of like my process of how I go about decorating and stuff like that. So when you have really small houses like this, I feel like the best thing to kind of be doing is not cluttering it, unless if you're going for a particular look. Of course you can color if you like, especially if you're trying to make something feel really cozy or old or aged or anything like that. Clutter can be quite good, but we're going to try and use a really small floor plan to also have like a really big and open living space. So these kind of small houses that I've built are more so, if you think about it, like studio apartments where people live, where they have a separate bathroom and then the kitchen, living and dining is in one area. So these are really small spaces, super easy to decorate. But I'm just going to be going through with you guys a few tips on how I actually go about decorating and stuff like that. So I'm simply just adding right now a couple of extra windows because I only added a couple on the front. I don't think we went through all of them. We might just do that one there. 7:44 a.m. for you. It is 11:45 p.m. for me. So it's another different time zone. Yesterday I live streamed early afternoon, and now I'm live streaming really late because I wanted to try and do another really different time zone there. But what we're going to go ahead... Oh, and also I'm playing on the Snapshot at the moment. So this is the 1.14 Snapshot. So this is all the new textured pathways. We have lanterns. I have completely all the new blocks. So you can see this is what your inventory will look like with 1.14 if you haven't played around in the Snapshot, anything like that. So you have all these new walls and staircase and slabs down here at the bottom. Decoration blocks. I also now have the new flowers here, and we got the bushes which are down here now. They're really pretty. Where are they? I always have trouble finding the new berry bush. I think it's in food. Yeah, so these are the berries here. What if we go like that? And then they grow like this, and then they have different stages. I thought you guys might be interested in having a quick look. So they have 4 different stages, but I actually want to be decorating the village with the berry bushes as well because I feel they're quite festive, and I don't know, they kind of look like holly bushes, which is very Christmassy. So I do want to try and be using the berry bushes around the village as well. Yeah, the Snapshot is really cool. I love it. There's so many new things coming with the new Snapshot, so it's definitely going to be really interesting. Everything has had a complete overhaul of the textures, so it's really fun kind of looking at how everything's looking and changing and stuff like that. As to how I got so many subs, it's just taken a very long time. Obviously it depends on how I don't know, I feel like it's just completely up to YouTube. I was really lucky that I got featured a couple of times by Mojang. I've got a couple of articles on Minecraft.net about me. I also had a shout out from Antvenom and log.zip, and that helped me get like I think about 1,000, and then it's just been me from there. So I think it's all just kind of like luck and perseverance. Oh, hi webcam YT. Yeah, no, I know I found out with log.zip after he did it. I had a bunch of people message me in the morning saying, oh, I'm here from log.zip. And that's when I found out log.zip did a video about me. But yeah, no, that's log.zip probably got me like 300 subs. But yeah, like the Minecraft articles on Minecraft.net. And then Antvenom and log.zip got me to about 1,000 subs, and then it's just been lots of hard work after that. Obviously with my university it's a little bit harder to do Minecraft. It's hard to have a full-time job and then also university and Minecraft, because it does YouTube takes a lot of time, but I do really enjoy doing it. So I think as long as you're trying really hard, you'll get there eventually. It's just a lot of practice, and yeah. Okay, so I've just added some curtains to our windows here. Now the reason for this is because curtains are a really nice decorative charm, but they're also going to make the house feel really cozy and warm. You can go for something like red and green like this if you want super Christmassy. Now, if you're wanting the houses to have just like little touches of Christmas, but not too much, you can always make the curtains more plain and add Christmas in other ways. So you could do window like curtains or blinds that are like all one color, or trimmings down the bottom like these ones here have little green trimmings. You could just do whatever you like. You could go more neutral and do something like the light grey down the bottom here, which we might do. And then that way when you're doing Christmas ornaments around the house, if you have a really neutral kind of base to start off on, like the reds and greens, golds and Christmas colors are really going to pop. So it's really good if you want color to stand out, to try and have a very neutral kind of base. Neutral colors are going to be anything like whites, grays, creams, even black. Black is going to make a really nice background color for a standpoint kind of thing with your interiors. So that's something to think about when you're designing, and it's something I do think about. If you look at my cupcake shop video, which is on my channel, that's a really good way of showing what I mean. I had like a really dark and simple shop design, but things inside the shop really stood out because I had that really neutral and stark background base. Oh, thank you, webcam. Oh, thank you guys. I think it's just lots of practice. Everyone can build like Grian or me or anyone. I don't think I'm any better than the next creator. I think everyone is really great in building in their own little ways. There's definitely some things that I'm not too good at compared to other people. Anything kind of like vehicles or cars, I'm not the greatest at. Whereas I know some people like flourish in that. There's so many amazing people on the server that I play on that can build really cool different things like machinery, and that's something I'm not the best at. I think everyone's got their own little thing that they're good at. Maybe you should do a tutorial on how to decorate houses. Yeah, you made in subs around the world, Christmas themed. I have done a couple of like videos on like how to do my tips on how to like improve interiors. but I haven't done anything specifically on how, and I do like my different room designs to show, but maybe it might be nice at some point to try doing a video where I show how I actually completely go about designing a kitchen or something like that. That might actually be a good video to do. So that's actually a good idea. Thank you, Z-Fan. Vehicles I can be alright at. If it's something like an ice cream truck, they can be a little bit easier to do because they're more decorative. But when I'm not the best with cars or planes because they're not like a great interest to me in real life. I'm not 100% interested in cars, so I don't know the parts of the car, so it's harder for me to realistically create one. Things I understand easier, like interiors and exteriors, is why I feel like I'm better at them. There's definitely things that I'm not too great at Minecraft, which is why I focus on some things more than others. Yes, I'm going to continue doing subs around the world. When I do my CRAFTMAS videos, I don't do anything other than Christmas themes, so everything until the 26th of December, my time, the 25th of December, your time, will revolve around vlogs or doing this village, survival live streams, anything like that. And then once that's over, it will be back to like doing my stuff like that. I definitely do plan on doing another subs around the world. The only issue I've had lately is YouTube has changed the way that the you can view where your subscribers are from country wise. So normally when I would do my subs around the world, I could list my subscribers by totals and then see which countries they're from, not areas or anything like that, just country. So I would choose countries from that, but unfortunately YouTube has now changed it that it only shows like the top, probably like the top, it must be like the top 3 or 4 countries. So I can only see where my subscribers are a little bit now, which kind of sucks. I don't know why they did that. I think they've done it for privacy concerns, but I don't really think it makes sense because I can't tell which city you guys are in or time zone. I just can tell I have a subscriber in Peru or a subscriber in Australia, but I can't tell a subscriber name to that country. It just says there is a subscriber in this country, but they have removed that now, so it's a little bit harder to do my subs around the world. So I've been thinking that I'm gonna have to just ask you guys to comment down below when I do those videos. I have an idea of where I did have some subs, so I'm going to continue with that, but I think I'm just going to have to ask from now on because it's YouTube's not very nice. Oh, thank you. I definitely do want to do a British house. It's on my to-do. I know I have subscribers in England. I do remember some of the countries and some of the smaller ones I had subs in. I did have subscribers in I think it was like 127 different countries and regions they class, but not anymore. I can't see. Ah, it's 2 in the afternoon. Oh, there's my battery. Oh, my laptop's low battery. I need to quickly do that. I will be 1 second. I have forgotten to plug my laptop in and it's dying, you guys. Okay, let's plug this in. There we go. Okay. Woo! Falling back on the couch. We are back now. We are not going to lose a battery and laptop die. You should make your own house in Minecraft. I don't know if I would do that. I might let my location go a little bit too far. I know that a couple of people have done that, but in Australia, houses can be a little bit more unique and different. They don't tend to be repetitive. So it might not be good for me to do that. Oh no, that sucks. Hi Quilla, thank you for joining us today. It's nice to see you this evening. But yeah, you can see my kitchen's here, really simple. I've kind of gone for that studio apartment type kitchen. Like I said, really small, and it's meant to be cozy and just fit in really nicely to the house. Now I have gone for wood because wood for the flooring as well. Typically in a colder climate, which we are in, you will have more wood features or things like that. Tiles attract the cold a lot more. So you're more typically going to find wood features, wood flooring, and carpet, stuff like that in a colder climate house. So that is why we have gone for a wood kitchen here. I think the wood also really carries across that Christmas kind of charmy, cute, like kitchen kind of feel, which is why I've gone for the wood. I did the spruce to kind of match the stripped spruce bark blocks on the floor as well. Little plants in the corner to add some life on the inside of the house, especially when outside, when there's a lot of snow, it's really desolate. So coming inside, it's going to make you feel more warm and comforting, stuff like that. I also have a little gingerbread house here, which is just a player skull head, which I've grabbed off one of the player head websites. You can easily, I'll come and show you guys, if you're in single player or if you can get a command block on a server. Normally you can't get command blocks on servers for very obvious reasons that things bad can happen. But if you are on single player, you can get these console commands from player websites. I'll try and go to the beginning. And basically it'll give you the command to get a player head that you choose, which you can find on the websites. And you just click a button and they will pop out there so you can use them. They tend to have them for all different types of holidays, Christmas, Easter's, Halloween, stuff like that. So they're quite useful if you're in single player and you're wanting to try and decorate a little bit more. Oh, hi Niam. I can never say that kind of name. I believe it's Irish, your name. Niam, I think maybe. What slider set shader? I don't use actually any shaders. This is the plain resource pack, plain Minecraft. I sometimes use sliders, vibrant shaders. Let's have a look here. Actually, it won't be on here because it's the snapshot. I believe it's called sliders, vibrant shaders. I use his when I do my opening video scenes, but I can't do that on Snapshot because it won't be updated. You can only do it when there's a full release, but I use sliders when I have a full version. Oh, thank you, Quilla. And I love Indonesia. It's a very beautiful country. I went there a very long time ago. Haven't been back for a while, but your food is really good. And I can remember loving your beaches and the banana smoothies I would get every morning when I was in Indonesia. Very yummy. Hey, Victoria. Nice to see you this morning. I use OBS to record. I believe that's the most kind of generic recording software that most people use, which is why I use it. It's very, very easy to use. It's free to use as well, easy to set up. So I really recommend using that one. So we have done a little kitchen and we're going to have our little lounge area over here. Now you can do something really simple and change your lounge up depending on what you do. There's lots of ways to do it. I am probably going to use a quartz block because it's a nice plain kind of white couch look. If you have some of the new blocks, there's a couple different ones that you could do. Like you could go for a smooth sandstone and that will kind of make like a nice, or maybe I'll go for that, do something different. Kind of makes a nice kind of smooth yellowy, reminds me a little bit of leather. Leather couches sometimes do have this kind of texture in them because of the feel on them. Tyler up Pokemon, hi, I love Minecraft. Oh, thank you, Tyler. I like your name too. I love Pokemon. When I went to Japan in actually the past 2 times, when I went to Japan in November last year and I went to Japan in June, July this year, I went to the Pokemon cafe. That was very cool. But you could do different designs for your couches. You could always do a single kind of thing like this. So this is more like a little design for 2 people who want to sit by the fire. When you do designs like this, it's really easy to incorporate other aspects into it. So you can think about having little side tables. The new scaffolding block is really good for it, but if you don't have a scaffolding block, you can always try and use like a, you can try and use any kind of plain block, or cauldrons look really nice if you put another dark grey carpet on top. It looks like a little grey side table. I particularly also love using glass blocks for side tables. Glass furniture is really quite popular. I don't know why more people don't use it in Minecraft. But if you had something like this, you could always incorporate like a little side table like that. You could put a couple of play toys on the ground and make it look like someone's living there kind of thing. So there's lots of different ways to also change your living room to give the house a different feel. Living rooms are where people live in most, which is why they're called living rooms. So think about what yours is like at home. In my living room right now, we have like 2 couches, a TV, toys for the dogs. There's like a coffee table for entertaining. We have a PlayStation for video gaming. So think about what's in yours, and depending, it's different for everyone. If I go to my mum's living room, it's completely different. She might have couches, a coffee table, TV. But then in the corner, she might have an area to display some china she's got or something like that. So depending on how your living room design is, it can really change what the house is. So like, we can also change the houses in the Christmas village by having like different ways the couches are designed or putting different things into them. So it's really easy to also change your living rooms like that. Hi Carlos, thank you for joining us. I'll have a look at your last vid when I have some time. Right now I'm in the middle of my live streaming, so I can't. But we might go for like a really, really simple couch, something like this. You can also go really, really quirky, which is quite nice to do. And you can do like different colored for your other couch. You could always go for something like an orange, and that kind of adds like a more quirkiness appeal to it, especially if you're wanting a more modern or eclectic type apartment. If you're wanting to kind of look like it's someone who shops at secondhand stores or anything like that, and they're having a really like cool type of funky house, it can be really good to actually mix and match your couches. It will give a really different feel. And a lot of people do actually have different houses in their different couches in their home. They might have a normal couch, and then they'll have like a really fancy kind of like single armchair couch. So you can really change the look of your room by doing something like that too. Everything in my house is ruined because we are painting. Oh no. Painting sucks. I used to hate painting the house when we were kids. We've probably painted Mum's house where I live like 5, 6, 7 times. But it sucks because every time I paint, you have to pull everything out. You have to put down the sheets on the floor because you don't want to get paint on everything. And then if you do, you freak out and start cleaning the furniture because you get worried that you're gonna have this permanent paint stain on it. It always takes like days too because you've got to do like 3 coats of paint, so it sucks. But what we might do is do maybe 1 yellow couch and 1 white couch, and maybe that gives a more feature armchair and a more single chair. If you're doing small couches as well, don't worry about having to do armchairs like this. It looks completely fine to have just the edges like that. If you don't like it and you have the room, you can always try and do something like a trapdoor that kind of matches the block a little bit more if that's something you would prefer. So you can do something like that if that's something that you would like to do. Is it okay if I use some of your tutorials in my city? Yeah, no, that's fine. Go ahead. My tutorials are to help people build, so I'm completely fine with you guys using them. I play on Xbox, but my Xbox is dead. Oh no. I don't have an Xbox. I used to play them a little bit, but it sucks that it's dead. My Surface couch is a black and white room. Ah. I see, I see. I got what you mean now. Okay, so what we're gonna do now that we have a couple of little couches is do a rug. Now I have put a little rug in the kitchen to act as a these kind of rugs are to stop like splashes from the oven, or also when you're washing up, it's like the little kind of kitchen rugs You might have one in your house. Some people don't. You don't have to do that at all. You can remove that if you don't want to have any kind of rugs in the kitchen at all. It's just another way to make it feel a little bit more cozier, especially like if it's, again, cold climate and you're standing in one spot for a while, the floor might get cold. So it's another way to kind of warm the person up. But we're going to add a little red rug here in front of our fire. You can see again that adds a little bit more warmth to the room, makes it feel a little bit more cozy. We're also going to make it a little bit more personal on the wall by adding a couple of picture frames and putting some skulls in it. Now you can use your own skulls, you can use skulls from animals, because I know that like mobs like creepers and stuff like that do drop them as well. You can always put them in there if you like. I have a couple of heads here that are from, I don't think I picked up the Santa one, no, it didn't work. These are like angel skulls from the Christmas thing, so we're just going to put those there for now. You could do Santa and an angel, you could do Santa and a reindeer. You could even go for like plants if you prefer, but I'm trying to create that personal kind of feel. So we're going to go for a human face in there rather than a feature or an object or a block or something like that. Thank you guys. But we are going to add a little side table now. So I am going to use that scaffolding because I do really like it. It reminds me of a wicker table, which I really do like. By putting it next to the door there, you're kind of making it as a multifunctional table. So it's a table where like if you are coming into the house, you can easily put your keys down to the side there and grab stuff on it. It also acts as a table that if you were sitting in a chair, you can put your cup on it. Your cup of hot cocoa with cream in the winter. So it's kind of a multi-purpose, which is something you can really think about when you're designing a smaller apartment or space. To make it even look more functional, especially in Minecraft, you can add like a flower pot. One, it does kind of look like a cup, which people like to do on tables in Minecraft to act as a drinking cup. So it kind of makes sense to have it there. But two, it also looks like a little kind of storage container where you could put keys or pens or things like that. So again, the flower pot serves two purposes. It's just kind of how anyone interprets it to be whichever way that they like. But I think it's really good and people can kind of see the perspective from both angles. So I think this is kind of looking okay for the living room that we have. If you did want to add some more plants into it, you kind of want to have some height in your rooms as well, I find. So if you were to do a plant, something like roses are going to feel really like warm and welcoming with the red. They also are quite Christmassy. And then I hit my microphone. You can put those like that. Apparently not with our curtain there. And then add a little trapdoor there. Kind of looks like a little planter pot next to the fireplace. And you can see how it adds that little bit of height that the room kind of needs. So plants that are double bushes in houses are fine, and I find they're a good way to kind of add that height. Do I know Grian? No, I've never talked to Grian or anything like that. I've honestly, I've watched maybe like 3, 4, 5 of his tutorials, not the entire things, because when I'm on my channel I get recommended other people's stuff. So like I've seen some other people's videos because people have ever said to me, oh, this looks like this video here, so then I get curious and I look. Or sometimes I'm on my own video and then I get recommended another video that someone's watched, but I've never fully watched 100% one of his tutorial for myself. Or anything like that. The only time I've ever watched YouTube tutorials was probably about like, oh geez, 3 years ago now. I watched a couple of tutorials, like I said, how to do vehicles, because I'm not good at them. So I watched a tutorial on how to do car vehicles because I was building a big city with some friends. And I wanted a really easy vehicle that I can kind of replicate and change by changing colors or stuff like that. That's the only time I've ever watched Minecraft tutorials. so I've never fully paid attention to anyone else's. But yeah, so like I've never fully watched anyone else's tutorials, so I know green, but that's about it. Thank you, webcam. Oh, hi MGPK, nice to see you. Haven't seen you in a little bit. And yes, it could be a flower pot. I do have a flower in my kitchen here though, so I'm kind of using it as like a coffee cup, hot cocoa cup, which it is muddy on the inside, so it could be hot cocoa. Also a little pot to put keys in or things like that, like a little storage vase. Hi Dylan, nice to see you today. Oh, and the table over there is scaffolding. If you guys might not have played around with it yet. If you guys are also new to the chat, I'm building a little interior in our Christmas house because I figured I should probably show how I do them. But this is in 1.14. But this is the scaffolding that is in there now, the bamboo. So it's quite interesting. You can like climb it by just holding like spacebar. And if you destroy one, it destroys all of them, and then but at least you can pick up all the scaffolding. But I really like it as a wicker kind of thing. Now the reason I have the table over here is because these CRAFTMAS village houses or any kind of houses that I do for mass building are quite small, so I'm kind of showing how to build in a way like a full house in a smaller environment. So we have a full kitchen over here, or maybe we don't. No, we do not have a full kitchen. Okay, I have forgotten to do my fridge. We are going to quickly do a fridge. I was like, I swear I'm forgetting something, you guys, but I couldn't remember it. It was a fridge. So fridge, I just like to do a block of iron. A really good way to do it as well, especially in smaller kitchens. If you've ever been to Japan or any kind of smaller apartments, kitchens a lot of the time will have just literally like a little half fridge that kind of sits at the same level as the rest of the bench. So it sits, I can't remember the word for it, when it sits like at a perfect height. It's in flow with everything else. I can't think of the word right now in my English. It's late, you guys. But when it sits perfectly in line with everything else, that's typically what you'll find in a smaller kitchen, especially because a smaller kitchen, you're not going to need a huge amount of space. You don't need a giant two-door French kitchen fridge that opens up on the outside of the door to the inside of the fridge through the door because you want to look at your drinks and has a TV screen in it. You probably don't need that kind of big French door fridge in your kitchen, in your little apartment or a studio apartment there. So a lot of smaller apartments will actually have the, I think it's called being flush. So it's flushed with the bench. I think that's the word, you guys. But you can see that it's flushed there. It's sitting perfectly in line with the counters, and that's our little fridge. How big will the CRAFTMAS village be? Oh, hi Donut, nice to see you today. Thank you. Australia is one of your favorite countries, webcam. It's very beautiful here. Very dangerous too, I must say. And the lanterns are also a new item that will be coming with 1.14. They are down here, so that will be something you'll actually be getting to play with. Very exciting. I'm using them in our village to hang the little light post here. Oh, we have some scaffolding up there. I've also used them in my building over there, which I will show you guys when that video comes out tomorrow when I finish editing it. And hi Gamer Girl, and hi Dangerous, nice to see you all. The CRAFTMAS village might be quite big. It really just depends on how big we decide to make it. I typically will show you guys how to do a bunch of different things, and then in my own time I build my own houses. The reason I do small houses is because a lot of the time I am building these in single player or snapshots. So it's easier for me to build small houses that I can replicate and bang out in like 5-10 minutes. So in 10 minutes I can completely build a house and the interior. So I like to do kind of show you guys how to do my houses, and then now I'm showing you my interiors. And then I'll do those in my own time and then show you guys how to do a bunch of other things. So At the moment, we kind of have the little river and the lake here. I've got another building over there. I haven't built the path over there yet though. And this one house here. I've also got to do the snow roof on that too. But I probably plan on taking the river, because I said I would continue the river. I'm probably going to take it down over this way here and join it up to that little lake over there. And then I'll continue this river over to this one and just keep going as long as we need. Probably put houses all over the hills, all over on that side of the river. And just make a bunch of little things that we can build and are Christmassy themed and really easy for you guys to build as well. Oh, thank you, Gamer Girl. But yeah, so it really just depends however big I decide to make it. They tend to be quite big. Last year's was really huge. I built a giant Grinch mountain and stuff like that. So I can't dance. I can't dance because I literally, okay. So I do have a job outside of here and it is the Christmas period. So I don't know so much about America or outside of here. I know England and a few countries, but in Australia, it's really big to have Christmas parties. So I was actually just at my work Christmas party for 4 or 5 hours dancing. It's 18 past 12 at night here, but I wanted to do a later live stream. So I probably won't be dancing in front of the camera because my legs are really tired because I've just been dancing for 4 hours. So probably no dancing for $50, as much as that would be really nice to go towards my channel stuff, but no. But thank you anyway. But yeah, so we have our little living room now, and we also have our little kitchen here. The next thing we want to be doing, you guys, is a bedroom, which some people really struggle to do in a smaller apartment, but they're really easy. I know in one of my videos I built one of those beds that's a pull down bed, so it kind of looks like a cupboard in the daytime and then it pulls out to have the mattress inside it. It's really easy if you want to do something like that. We're probably just going to have our bed kind of like in this little area here. So what we might do again to have another multifunctional space is if you grab something like a bookcase here. Can you show us a video how to make Christmas decorations? Yeah, I'll definitely be doing some Christmas decoration videos. This whole village will just be showing you stuff like this here. And like my whole village will be showing you all how to build different type of Christmas decoration things. If you're also curious about some other stuff, I did also do... There is also my CRAFTMAS videos from last year, which I did like ice skating rinks. We made hot cocoa stands. I made a snowball fighting arena. If you guys do ever also want me to recreate anything from last year, you can also let me know down below any of my videos or in here as well. What is Darkness? I don't know what that one is. Hi Tiny Magic, nice to see you today. I have quite a lot of people watching me at midnight. Am I going to make a second floor? Not for this house, no, because this house I've already designed to be a smaller one. But like I said when I did my video designing this house is really easy to be replicated in different ways. I'm definitely going to do some houses that will have a second story on them. When I do design those, I'll definitely show you guys maybe in another live stream. So maybe I'll live stream again next week when I've gone ahead and built quite a few of these, and I can go around quickly and show you all how I've gone about changing the house, because I said I'm going to change them all to be different, and then that creates a really kind of unique looking village. It's not just the same. So I'll definitely show you guys how I've done second stories and stuff like that. 10 seconds you have to do what I give you if you spend seconds. No, I'm not dancing, I'm tired. No, I'm also jet lagged. You guys are forgetting I only just got back from Europe on Thursday night. It's only been, how long has it been now? Friday, Saturday, it's been 2 days, 3 days. So it's a little bit too tired and late for me to be doing anything like that. But anyways, let's get back to this. But yeah, so if you want to make another multifunctional space, a really cool thing you can do is if you get a bookcase and put it like this, you can easily just get a bed. We might make the bed a little bit more Christmassy, but I might go for a green bed to make it have like a really nice, beautiful forest color. If you have something like that, then you have a multifunctional space because the bed can also be a reading nook, like a reading corner. So you could sit here during the day like this and read on the bed, or it's just also great for putting decorations on top. I could put another gingerbread house up there if we really wanted. I might put another flower pot, but put a fern in it to look like a little mini Christmas tree. And then we might put also a lantern on the bedside table as well, so that we have a little bedside table light, reading light, stuff like that. You could also change up the bookcases to be different if you like. So something like, let's say if this is actually survival and you want some multifunction purpose in here as well, you have two options to make it a survival-y house. You can either dig a little basement floor and have all your survival stuff underneath, so you just have a more creative server playstyle kind of looking house inside. Or you can also remove like the inside of corners like this and have like your cartography table like hidden in the corner. That way it is flushed with the rest of the bookcases and also hidden there. So it's another good way to kind of have like a multi-purpose space there. Do I have mods? No, I don't have any mods. It's just me who moderates my chat, which is why sometimes I'm a little bit slow to get around to things like that. I don't have any Pokemon suits. Okay, so what we're gonna do is put our little Christmas tree even around here right near the door. So we've got a little fern there. I think the ferns are quite cute now too. They're a little bit different. Normally the ferns look like little pine trees, but now ferns in Minecraft look like this. So they're definitely a little bit different. They kind of remind me more of like a little weed, like a little prickly flower weed. But they're still alright looking. And then you can always put like a lantern here next to the bed, little reading nook, or you can also hang the lantern from the roof. Where did I put my lantern? I destroyed it and didn't pick another one up. You can always put your lantern hanging something like this, and then that way it also actually, if we can probably use this as a light in our kitchen over here. So what we're gonna do, because we have some space there, we're gonna make a little dent in the ceiling, hang our little lantern like that. That's a little lantern there, and we might put another one next to the bed there, and then that way it's a little reading light and adds a little bit more charm. But I think this is pretty good here for the inside of our house. We have a fully functional kitchen, a dining room table here, we have a little bed, bookcase here, feeling quite cozy. But you can see what I mean, you guys, about how you can still make fully functional houses. There's even more room, and it's not cluttered at all. Like, if you even wanted, you could remove the dining table there if you like. Maybe you're someone who just eats around the living room area. You might not even want a dining room little table chair area there. So yeah, I can show you how to make a Christmas tree. I think I made one last year, but I can definitely make another Christmas tree this year. I'll show you guys how to go about making a more natural one like that. What we are going to do now, the last kind of room that we have to do is our bathroom. Little bathrooms can be a little bit more difficult to do, but they're definitely doable. We might go for a more Japanese style bathroom. They tend to be completely wet rooms that have more multi-purpose shower and baths in the same kind of area. So that's kind of what we're going to go for here. So we're going to grab for our bathroom today some quartz staircases, also a glass pane to make a water screen for the shower head. I like to use, particularly for my shower heads, a tripwire hook because it's a more natural kind of shower heady curve. A lot of people like to use the levers, which I think are fine as well because they do look like it. But if I'm doing I'll kind of show you guys. what I mean. So what we're going to do here, we're going to make a little bath down the bottom. There we go. Oh, no, that's not how we go. No, there we go. So we have a little kind of bath thing going on there. You could also make it smaller and kind of do a little trick here. Because we have the quartz kind of little, the quartz pillars at the back there as a little trimming on the house already. You can kind of cheat with houses like this and just put like a little quartz slab there. So it's kind of a cheat way of doing a bath, or why sometimes these kind of interiors are really easy to do. You want to put your glass panes just something like that, so that we have one entry in there. Now to do a bath shower, I like to do something like a tripwire hook down here to look like a little bath kind of little tap. And then for the shower heads, I'll go up higher and do this one like that. But if I'm doing only a shower head, I do tripwire hooks. If I'm doing a shower head and a bath, I personally like to do the tripwire for the bath tap and the shower head as the lever. It's just my personal way of doing it. If I've also got more room, I do like to also put stone buttons next to the tripwire hook to look like the taps to turn on and off. The same for showers. Don't really have the space in a smaller bathroom like this, so we're probably not going to do that. Toilets are really simple. I just like to do a quartz staircase. And then for a sink, I really just like to do a cauldron and actually put water in it, so then it looks like a working sink. Exactly like I like to do for the kitchen sinks as well. And I just, again, I put a little hook there. If you don't like that, you can always put paintings on the wall to kind of replicate mirrors or things like that. Oh, my hay fever. There we go. And we're definitely going to put a rug outside the shower here, because you don't want to slip after you fall out. And we're also going to grab a towel, which I like to use the banners. We might go for white to have a more hygienic kind of look here. And then to add a little bit of lights, we're going to grab a lamp again and put it probably about kind of like here. There we go, pull that, there we go. So there's the little bathroom, really easy to do, guys. Literally took me like 2 minutes. I'm gonna kind of read. Hi, IPSK Cat Productions. Nice to see you joining me. Am I going to make a city? This is going to be a big CRAFTMAS city, so there's going to be a bunch of stuff here. So I'll definitely show you guys too. I'm sorry that it was dark. It is brighter now, so now you can see. Could you make later on a new Christmas tree and reopen the coal mine? Santa needs to punish his bad kitties again. I could definitely reopen the coal mines. There are a few hills here. I did actually like the coal mines. I thought that was hilarious last CRAFTMAS. And I can definitely try making it a bit different. We could dig it more into the hill and create a more intrinsic and interesting looking coal mine. I know you have already done one, but could you please make another Japanese style house? Definitely probably will in the future at some point. Japanese houses can be really, really different. Especially if you're in the countryside. Whenever I go to Japan, I'm always in the countryside seeing my homestay family. They have 2 houses on their property. One's a new style, which I kind of built. The other's an older style house. I'd definitely love to build one like their old house. I think their house is like 100, 200 year old traditional, like tatami mat flooring, rice paper doors, really beautiful house. Definitely will. I want to focus on some more countries before I revisit again Japanese and stuff like that, because I think that's only fair. But definitely will look at Japanese houses again. Thank you, Dylan Ross. And hi, Hannah. Nice to see you today. But yeah, so that's basically like a really, really easy bathroom to do. We have a full functioning like bath and shower here. We have a sink to wash, a toilet, and a towel to dry yourself. It can also double up as a towel to dry your hands after you wash your hands if you go to the bathroom or anything like that. But there is the entire like interior, you guys. Really, really easy to do. Definitely more things that you can add in here to personalize it more. If you're wanting to build a more children house, you can put toys on the floor, maybe have a toy crate, like a little chest here. If you have a dog or a cat, you can make a cat bed or a dog bed somewhere. Again, change the living room. maybe make the living room a really big couch and put a TV on the wall, stuff like that. It's really easy to kind of change interiors and personalize it more, change the colors to give a different feel. I might at the moment, Hannah, I'm like building the interiors of a CRAFTMAS village house. So for day 4 of CRAFTMAS, I built this little house here, which was a kind of base style of how I was going to build all the houses in the village. So today I thought I would do a video to kind of go through how I go about designing my interiors. No, I didn't want to throw the berries. A lot of people ask me how I do my interiors, but I've never actually fully shown me talking and building and doing them before. So I thought I would kind of show my thought process on how I go about building. Obviously, like talking, it takes a little bit longer than what it normally does for me, but we created a really cute little interior here that's fully functioning for a small house. There's the bathroom in there as well. That's okay. Nice to see you, gamer girl. Hopefully I'll see you on the next live stream. I probably won't make another house. I have work, so I've actually got to be going to bed. But I definitely will be probably building some more houses in the future and showing you guys for CRAFTMAS and stuff like that. No. The other interesting thing about the bushes, if you bone meal them again, it actually takes the berries off for you. Damn it. So you have to do it perfectly bone mealing, otherwise it all just pops out there and you lose all your berries. But I'm definitely going to use lots of berry bushes in the village this year because it kind of looks like holly. I'm just loving having shrubs. You guys know I really love to garden, so having some shrubs in Minecraft is great. So that's always really, really good. I don't listen to Eminem, so no. There we go. So I think that's pretty much it, you guys. So I am going to stop the stream there. We've been going for about 50 minutes now, but I've had a really good time, and I think I've explained fairly well how to do my interiors. So I will see you guys all in the next episode of CRAFTMAS tomorrow. Tomorrow we are going to be going through this little building over here that I've built. Now again, I haven't fully joined it up or done the outside. I forgot to do the snow roof, so that's definitely something I will do. I'll be doing this effect which I showed in day 4 on that roof over there, exact same. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed just hanging out with me tonight and getting to talk to some different people, because it's a different live time zones for you all. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the interiors, and I will definitely see you guys all next time. But like always, guys, thank you so much for watching me. Please subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and don't forget to also hit the bell notifications for every time I do post, because I believe that's the way that you now get notifications on YouTube's. And if you're also interested in keeping up with me in different ways, I do have a Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat, which are all linked below. Twitter is where you will always find any updates on if I have missed an upload, on why I have missed it, or anything like that. And I do try and post to Instagram every day photos of just my general night. But I will see you guys all, well, technically now today, for my video that will be coming out later. Like always, guys, thank you so much for watching. And